I know the more I talk about the rumoured Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster, the more likely I am to look like an idiot if it turns out to not be a thing. And I'm okay with that. It's something that I care about, you know. This is a game that I think could do with a remaster. It's not the ugliest game ever, but you know what? Any excuse to replay these games will do for me. And besides, Mass Effect 1 is looking sorry for itself, and if you're going to do one, you might as well do the other too.
And if I'm going to commit to covering the rumours about the Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster, I might as well talk about everything, even things that might contradict things that I've already spoken about, otherwise I'll just look like a massive buffoon, even if this game turns out to be real, which I'm pretty sure it is. But I guess it's just a further hint from an insider, not too dissimilar to what Shinobi 602's been doing. So Jeff Grubb posted a tweet saying, "Have you heard about these video games?" And if you look down the list, it says October Remaster with 2 S's on the mass. Could that be a typo? There is of course every chance. However, when asked whether that's the announcement or the release of the remaster, he simply says, "Why not both?" with a gif. Very clearly not fussed that people have clocked onto his alternate spelling of the word remaster. It's almost like it was intentional. That being said, this guy has hinted at a Mass Effect remaster in the past, to the point of outright saying it. After all, he's the guy who said not to expect it to be mentioned at EA Play, and it wasn't. Jeff Grubb does appear to be hinting that the Mass Effect remaster may get an October release. He may be being cryptic here, however it may seem as if he's hinting at October being the month in which we'll get an announcement as well. Which contradicts a previous video of mine in which I believed that the game might be getting announced in September, as hinted at by these two tweets, and I mean, I don't know. On top of this, before the game pre-orders were cancelled, which sent a lot of people into a bit of a buzz, the release date was changed on the pre-orders to the 30th of October. I don't know if that's a placeholder release date, but in my experience, placeholder release dates are often the 31st of December. Though I could so very easily be wrong there, as the only thing I'm actually a professional in is being a massive buffoon. I hope it's a September announcement, to be honest, because I don't want to feel like a massive idiot for another month, and I think it would do me a lot of good just to know that this remaster is real, if it is. On that point, there's new Mass Effect merchandise on the BioWare Gear store. They're also releasing a new expanded art book for Mass Effect. My perception at least makes me think that it's quite obvious that they're gearing up to announce and market something Mass Effect at least. But there's also some new Dragon Age additions to the BioWare merch store. However, we do know that BioWare is at least working on something Dragon Age, as they teased something back in 2018. But if that was the only thing they've got going, then why is it that most of the new arrivals on their gear store is to do with Mass Effect? This is a strong indicator, in my opinion at least, that there's going to be some buzz about Mass Effect in the near future, and BioWare knows it. We know they're in the early stages of making the next Mass Effect game, in the sense that there'll be a new Mass Effect story, but in the meantime, what better way to rejuvenate the love for the Mass Effect brand than to remaster the trilogy that made it so great? A few people have said to me that BioWare can't possibly be working on a remaster because they're working on other things that we know about, and you do have half a point there. However, who's to say that BioWare are the ones who are working on this remaster? It's not uncommon for a remaster to be developed outside of the company that made the original game. For example, the Ezio collection for Assassin's Creed was remastered by Virtuous. They also had a hand in the Return to Arkham collection, and my point on this is, remasters aren't necessarily developed in-house, and in the end of the day, EA is bigger than BioWare by a fucking lot. If they wanted to do a Mass Effect remaster, they'd find the resources and do it. Whether or not there's any truth to the rumours of a Mass Effect remaster is very much so yet to be seen, so please do take everything that I've said with a pinch of salt. As much as I'd love for this to be a thing, of course we've got to remain skeptical until we hear something formal and official. If there is a counter-argument to throw in here at all as to why this remaster may not actually be a thing, it would probably be something to do with the fact that we're at the end of the generation. There'll be a new generation of consoles soon, and releasing a remaster in this sort of window seems a bit awkward. However, with EA, they'd just find a way to capitalise on that, wouldn't they? When it comes down to whether or not the Mass Effect remaster is true, it's just a case of waiting and seeing, unfortunately. There's plenty of rumours to suggest that it is real. There's no official confirmation, there's no real concrete evidence, there's just insiders saying things, and Game accidentally putting a listing up, which could be real, or it could have been made in anticipation, you never know. But all these rumours are suggesting an announcement soon in the grand scheme of things, so when you think about it, we won't have to wait long to find out the truth. But I do believe that concludes today's video because I've expired all my talking points. Thank you all for watching this, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff, that would be fantastic. I have been replaying Mass Effect Andromeda of late. It is of course for a video, so stay tuned for that at some point. I know I've always been quick to explain that I'm not really a fan of this game, but I haven't exactly given it a fair whack on on this channel, if you know what I mean. I haven't done like a video explaining in depth what it is about this game that doesn't really click with me. But my second playthrough is also giving me a bit of new appreciation for it, so help. But that video will be a good laugh one way or another, but it's nowhere near done. I'm still in the recording footage stage. But of course, I will see you all very soon with another video or a stream maybe at some point. But until next time, goodbye.